Kate, how long does this particular thing take to actually put together and make?
From start to finish,
Yep.
I would say about 6 hours for each one.
Do you do a lot of designs on the actual bodywork of cars as well?
Yeah, I do mostly. You know, if somebody in the club wants a mural or graphic stripes or anything, they normally just come and see me and we talk about it.
In fact, you did the truck over there, that's right, isn't it?
That's right.
Before you start on a big project like that, is there a lot, I presume there's a lot of design work that's involved?
Yeah, a lot.
Plan it all out on paper first?
Yeah. Some people come to you with a drawing or a picture already worked out. And then some people just come to you with an idea in their heads, and it's up to me to try and figure out what they want. And then you draw it up, and then you put it into colour, and then you can start work from there.
Is it a case of building it up colour by colour, or can you do the whole thing? How do you actually go about, say, a major design? How do you actually go about putting together one of those?
Once you've massed everything up and sketched it out, cut it out, then airbrush work, I'll lay colour by colour. I'll start light and I'll work to dark, and just to try and get the natural feel of colours. Like if I want flesh, I don't mix up a flesh colour.
Yeah.
I'll put on white, yellow, orange, red, then brown, black.
How long did this vehicle here take to actually do from start to finish?
The junkyard?
Yep.
We started in January with a coupe, the hatchback and everything, and worked on it every day, every night, until, Friday morning of the show, and so it took a long time.
There are trade stands around the show selling their many wares to the public and exhibitors alike.
Well, here we have one of the traders from Rotor Services who's down here today. What is it that you actually sell?
All MIG machines, welding machines, cutting, welding and cutting equipment.
Right. Do you actually drum up much support to do like this?
Yes, quite a bit. A lot of it is not, it's not bought on the stand, but a lot of it is aftermath, all interest. Business comes afterwards, no problem.
Yeah, you do this sort of thing at most shows at the weekends?
That's right, yes.
About how many a year?
We do about 6 a year, approximately.
Do you have a genuine interest in custom cars, or is this something that you do at all kinds of shows?
No, we do it at all kinds of shows, gymkhanas and all that.
Susie Dennis is another one of the traders who's down here today. Susie, how many years have you actually been coming down to this show?
This is the first show we've done for quite a while. We did some in the early days.
You're just down here presumably to drum up a bit of business for the Rodney Motors Group, yeah?
Yes, that's correct.
What do you actually sell?
We sell the engines and spare parts for American-derived materials, and we're also promoting these vehicles, which have just been in the country for 10 weeks.
It's a fabulous show. Have you had much chance to look around at some of the cars yourself?
Yes, I have.
Is this something you take a genuine interest in?
I just think they're all beautiful, and I think a lot of the artwork that's gone into a lot of them is just marvellous.
Would you like to own, or do you indeed own a car like this at the moment?
No, I personally don't.
What car do you drive?
A Micra.
And why not? Well, we moved over to another fine-looking vehicle. What's the name of this one?
This is a 1932 Chevrolet Juice. It has the Ford front end with the Chevrolet body.
Now, I believe this has won some sort of major competition just recently as well, that's right?
Yeah, just this week. This is the hottest car in the US at the moment. It's just won one of the major street rodding awards.
It's a fine vehicle as well, and want to sort of go down to the cinema in, I think. Would you like to nip on down with me?
This being the 13th year of the Doncaster Custom Motor Show, inevitably something had to go wrong. That was the one thing the organisers couldn't plan for, the weather. And despite the inclement weather, members of the public intrepidly still ventured outdoors to see the many more exhibits there.
This, believe it or not, is the wheel arch of one machine. It's been built and is completely driven by just one man. Let's go and have a quick chat with him. Here we are on the tyres of White Thunder, which was both designed and built by George Hooker. George, how long did it take to actually put the whole thing together from scratch?
It's 3.5 months.
Just 3.5 months from scratch to what we have here today.
Yeah, 3.5 months of hard evenings and weekends.
Now, you drive the thing as well. Is it particularly difficult to drive?
Not really, not once you got used to it.
Because you also designed the inner control panels as well, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, I do all that. Totally designed and built by me.
Now, there's a truck up there as well, which hasn't got a steering wheel. How on earth do you steer it without a steering wheel?
It's all electronically operated hydraulic steering.
And I believe you also hold the world record for crushing cars, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And about how many cars did he crush in that time?
It's 48 cars in 54 seconds.
48 cars in 54 seconds, which is quite some going, really. Who brings all the cars down there? Is it just all scrap models that you use?
Yeah, the local scrapyard normally bring them in, wherever we are.
This young lady quite obviously has a blossoming career as a model, but in her spare time she also drives one of the monster trucks.
Kim Stevens is Britain's first lady monster truck driver, that's right, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
How long have you been involved in a sport like this?
I've been involved with this for about a year.
Is it, I mean, it is a pretty strange sport, we have to say, for a lady to do, isn't it?
Well, some people think so.
And the modelling career, which is sort of intermingled as well, that's right.
Yes.
Now, this truck was built especially for you, that's correct, isn't it, by George?
Yes, that's correct. So the clutch and everything's really light on it.
Right, because you were driving the other machine and that was a bit heavy, right?
Yes.
And how many cars can you actually get through? I know that George does his old 8 cars in a minute trick. What sort of speed can you get through cars in this machine?
Well, we don't actually use this one for car crushing, although we have crushed with it.
Yeah.
We use this one for steering demonstrations because both axles actually steer. So we get it bouncing around all over the place.
So you've sort of got 4-wheel steering in there as well.
Yes.
Is that necessary for going over the rough ground? Because normally it's pretty weird, isn't it?
Well, it's more manoeuvrable. You can get it into tighter corners.
Right. How's the old 3-point turn in this managed?
Well, we've got the same turning circle as a small Suzuki Jeep.
In addition to the monster trucks, there are also smaller versions just like this Toyota pickup truck. Vans have always provided a great challenge to the customiser, and many have really gone to town on their interior design. Some of the most intricate artwork designs at any show appear in the form of large murals on the sides of vans. Sponsored by the Filler Shape.